Hey everyone! So I'm back with another installment of my monthly favorites. I know that these videos can get a little redundant for some of you just because every beauty guru does them, but I like them. I don't know, what do you think? When I personally started watching YouTube videos, favorites videos were probably the videos that I loved watching the most just because I think they're the biggest makeup enablers, and every time I watch everyone's favorites videos, I always end up with a list on hand just because I like trying out what other people have liked, especially if it's an ongoing trend. And for me as a beauty blogger, I try a lot of things every single month for you all, so it's really easy for me to relay the information faster and compile them all in one video so that I can provide you with mini reviews and tell you what I like or what I don't like about a product. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me talk about some skincare and some base products first. So I got this deluxe sample of the Origins Ginseng eye cream from my Sephora perk, and I have been using this eye cream every single morning. I've tried quite a few eye creams and none of them were really working to the point where I can see visible results. But with this eye cream, when I dab it onto my under eyes, there's this tingling feeling and you can visibly see that your under eyes are getting depuffed and you feel more refreshed and you look more awake. The formula does have a little bit of sheen to it, which also helps to brighten. But yeah, I really recommend it for the mornings. I will definitely purchase the full size once I'm out of the deluxe sample. The next product is this Mirenesse Cosmetics Endless Youth Instant Deep Line and Pore Filler. I have been using this past month and it reminds me of the Benefit Porefessional and the Tarte Poreless Primer because it helps even out my face right under foundation and it helps to fill in the large pores that I have. But not only does it fill in pores, but it also fills in fine lines and wrinkles. And as well, I have used this as a lip primer and it helps my lipstick stay on longer and it doesn't settle into the fine lines or emphasize any dryness on my lips. This product is just overall a multi-purpose product, which is what I like about it. The next two products I'm going to show you are from Tarte, and this one is the Tarte BB Tinted Treatment and I'm in the shade medium, and I have been trying this out the past month and I've posted a few pictures on Instagram, and I have been wanting to try this BB Tinted Treatment ever since it came out, and especially because a lot of people on Instagram have been raving about it. And I don't know about you, but this product was a miss for me. I sincerely tried it for 2 weeks straight and wanted to like it so much, but I just couldn't. And it says that it is a 12-hour primer. I probably wouldn't use this as a primer because by the 5-hour mark, my face was like a frying pan, pretty much. And it didn't minimize my pores. If anything, it did the exact opposite and made my pores look huge. I probably wouldn't use this as a moisturizer either. I have been trying to treat my hormonal acne around my chin area, and so that area has been extremely dry lately. But when I was using this product, I was hoping that the BB cream would help to hydrate my face throughout the day just because it says it is a moisturizer, but it only emphasized my dry patches. And since the product wasn't really hydrating my face, it caused my face to produce more oil, and so that's why I looked like a frying pan by the end of the day. And I pretty much tried it with everything. I tried it alone, I tried setting it with a powder, and I tried using it under foundation, and I've tried using it under powder foundation, and I didn't like it. For me personally, it only looked good right when I put it on, but after a few hours it starts to break down on me, which really disappoints me because I really wanted to try the product, but I just couldn't like it. But on a brighter note, I have been loving the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and I'm in the shade medium, and I have been loving it for under my eyes. It's so creamy and it's so opaque, and it helps to hydrate under my eyes as well. I haven't seen any visible results in terms of brightening yet, so I will update you on that. But I really have been loving this past month. You know how adamant I am about keeping my face hydrated, even though I do have oily skin, just because I want to keep my face from getting fine lines and wrinkles as much as I can. So the next few items are some cheek products. I don't really show my makeup collection on Instagram or anywhere online but I do have a growing collection of bronzers, blushes, and highlighters. For some reason, I just can't stop buying cheek products. And since I do have a big collection, I like to switch things up and try to get as much use as I can with everything that I have. And although I still do that, for some reason this past month I just keep coming back to this cheek combo. My Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and I always pair it up with my Tom Ford Savage blush, and this combo is what I have on my cheeks today. I really do like this bronzer for sculpting my cheeks, especially during the daytime. It's not so harsh and it's not muddy on me. The Tom Ford Savage is just a beautiful burnt copper blush shade. When I did purchase this, I purchased this I think around February or early March, and the lady who sold this to me was like wondering why I wanted to get it because I was lighter then. She didn't really recommend it for my skin tone. She said that it would make my face look like it was bruised, or it would just like not work with my coloring. But this past summer I have been getting darker and I've been self-tanning too, which I will get to probably in another video. But anyways, I have been loving this blush this past month. It makes my face look very sun-kissed, and the red undertones in the blush just makes me look like I have just been in the sun for quite a while. And Savage does have a little bit of shimmer into it, so it gives my face just a little bit of sheen. And Tom Ford blushes are very pigmented, especially the ones that are darker. So my favorite brush to apply this with is the Sigma F15, and it is the Duo Fiber brush. And I feel like with Duo Fiber brushes, it's so much easier to apply cream products as well as very pigmented blushes. And this brush just gives an even lighter application, even if you do go a little bit more heavy-handed with it. So the next product I have been loving this past month is this Mega Glow bronzer from Victoria's Secret. Look at the size of this thing. It has a whopping 18.5 grams of product. And I got it in the shade Medium Deep. And I actually did get this on sale, and so instead of $14 I only paid $3.50, and so I got two for some reason. I don't know why, don't ask me. I'm not gonna go through one of these in my lifetime. It is a little stiff in texture, but once you put it on to your cheeks it blends really nicely for some reason. And I've been really liking this shade of bronzer. It just brings the warmth back to my face a lot more, especially during the summer. I like looking warm, I like looking bronzed. So moving on to some eye products. I have been loving this Beso lash adhesive this past month, and I did do a review on my blog, so I will put the link down below. This glue is probably one of the easiest lash glues to work with because it's so easy to apply. It gets tacky really quickly, and the removal is the best part because I really struggle with removal of lash glues. I have been using a lot of lashes that are meant for multi-use, so it's really important for me to get the lash glue off entirely from the strip. And even if I accidentally put some lash glue onto the lash hairs, it's still pretty easy to remove. And sometimes I don't even need to have makeup remover or a brush cleaner or a sanitizer to help break down the product to remove it because it is so easy. And this lash glue is very practical for makeup artists because it comes in 1 fluid ounce bottles. Just so you know, this lash glue is latex based, but if you are allergic to latex, please don't use this because I don't want you to have an allergic reaction. Now, since we are already in the topic of lashes, let me just show you a few lashes that I have been loving this past month. So as you all know, I adore House of Lashes, and recently House of Lashes did come out with 2 brand new pairs of lashes, and this is the one in Siren, and oh my gosh, I am obsessed with these lashes. I love using these lashes for when I don't want to wear eyeliner on my lash line. They're just so flirty and they're so girly, and they make my eyes look like doll eyes. They're so comfortable and they're very lightweight onto the eyes. And it is one strip that has multiple mini strips of lashes. And I actually do like calling it Temptress's flirty and girly twin sister just because they're just so cute. And I just like the way the lashes make my eyes look. They just open them up and I look more awake and more fresh when I wear them. Every time I wear them, I get so many compliments. Another pair of lashes that I have been loving this past month is the My Lash mink lashes, and I have this style in Lucille, and these are probably one of the most comfortable mink lashes I've ever owned, and they're so natural but they still give that full look to my lashes. I really like the style. It gradually becomes thicker as it flares outward, and I like that the band is flexible so it's easier for me to maneuver when I'm applying it. Next is the BH Cosmetics liquid eyeliner, and I have been using it ever since I got it, and I did like the fact that it dried quickly and it didn't smudge or it didn't wear off during the day or flake. And I do like it for creating those intense cat eye looks because it is super black. But the only thing that I really didn't like about this is that the felt tip was super thick, and so it was really difficult for me to maneuver around my eyes just because I have very tiny eyes and I have hooded lids, so it is harder for me to create a skinnier line. Another thing that I didn't really like about this is that after a few uses, the felt tip started losing its shape. It's already becoming flimsy and I can't even get a precise line anymore because it's already like coming apart. And with other felt tip liners that I have loved in the past, like my Dolly Wink liner, it takes like a few months before the felt tip starts to fall apart on me. Next I have my Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and I have them all in my Z palette, and these are all my neutrals, and I have my more bright colors in another palette. But oh my gosh, these are like my babies. I like love my Makeup Geek eyeshadows. They're so buttery and they're so silky and they blend so well. They're super pigmented. In my opinion, they're a lot better than MAC eyeshadows, and they're pretty much up there with Inglot shadows. And I really commend Marlena of Makeup Geek for creating these shadows and taking so much time and so much effort into creating really high quality eyeshadows for the fraction of the price of a MAC eyeshadow. They're exactly the same size and they come in different finishes. They have mattes, they have satins, they have frosts, and I do recommend that you try them if you haven't yet. I will post a series of makeup tutorials using Makeup Geek shadows, and also let me know if you wanted me to create a video on Makeup Geek eyeshadows and MAC dupes. Next up, I have some mascaras. This one is the Maybelline The Falsies Big Eyes Mascara, and I did do a first impressions and review on this. I have been really liking this for my everyday makeup routine. It makes my lashes look natural and full at the same time. But my favorite part is the bottom lash mascara, just because it's tiny and it gets in there and gets every little hair, and it just makes sure that it's evenly coated and it separates them. Another one that I have been loving this month is the Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill Waterproof Mascara, and this one is an old favorite and I love it because it volumizes and it makes my eyelashes really black. It has a very shiny finish. It just volumizes and lengthens at the same time. It does clump up a little bit and it's harder for me to apply this on my bottom lashes, but I have been really liking this and it keeps my lashes curled. Next I have some brow products, and recently I have been really liking the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I have quite a few shades of this, but I prefer the medium ash the most just because it's a little bit more ashy and it just has more hair-like tones to me in my opinion. I don't like my eyebrows looking too warm because I have dark hair. I like the precision of the liner. It is a retractable liner pencil, and since it is so fine, it's really easy for me to just get into where I need to fill in the spots. and it's so much easier for me to outline underneath my eyebrows as well. And the next brow product that I want to show you is something that is probably irreplaceable to me in terms of sculpting my eyebrows and carving them. I have the Kelly Baker highlighter pencil, and to me it is the creamiest and the most blendable highlighter pencil that I have ever used, and you don't even need to set it. It is great for all skin types and skin tones. I am obsessed with this, and no matter what kind of brow routine I'm doing, I am using the Kelly Baker highlighter pencil. I am just in love. So thank you, Kelly, for this. So that was it for my July favorites. I hope that you found my reviews helpful, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!